Action. Action.
We have audio. Let's see if it's consistent. We have action, Julia.
Yay.
Okay, well, on this end, it looks like we are back, and we can only hope that this is now, the audio is fixed. There was a software, not a hardware problem, but I won't try to explain what's going on because I'm not 100% sure myself, Julia, what is going on. Croutonicism for sure. Julia, let me get your monitor set over there, right? You don't see anything yet, do you?
No.
Okay.
Oh, there we are.
So now I've got the huzzah! I can indeed hear you. It has nothing to do with that video. I don't want to blame that video. It has nothing to do with Elon Musk. It's the audio out of our mixer into the computer, and there was something going on, and I don't know why. Hopefully the audio is now consistently good. One can only hope.
Yes.
One can only hope, Julia. Oops, that's not so good. And we will carry on here now and see. We are back, Thierry de Jong. And the comments are back. We can see you all coming in here now. I'll give everybody a sec, and then I'm going to go back and play that video. So hopefully third time's the charm, right? Huh?
If I were you, I'd go on to the next one.
No, I'm going to play that video because we never got it. Just never. It's not the video.
Okay.
I guarantee you, it is not the video. So we'll let people get carried on. Carry on, Steve Atkins. Indeed, we will carry on. My faithful son? What's that rock song? Don't do it. Now I'm going to play that video. It is not the video's fault. It is not the video's fault. It was a software problem here, and we are back. I apologize. I'm not 100% sure, but again, it's similar problem that we had. No, you need to read the comments from when we lost. You brilliant. I was watching them, but I was busy trying to get the thing rebooted and be sure we have good audio for you from here on out. And let's, Julia.
Sir.
Okay, I can see you're looking good. So let's go try this video again. Again, this is the, I'm going to back it up here so we can see. This is the Caro. This is the guy's Stingray. The guy is Swiss, not German, so he's no relation to Colonel Klink and Hogan Zeros, Max Klink, and I believe he's Swiss. And Andrew McIrvin says he's quite a good guy. Let's have another look, third time's the charm, at this video preview of his team doing the Sydney Hobart.
Happy being here back in Sydney and give it another try at the Hobart race.
Indeed, but you had a fantastic Rolex Fastnet race this year, and you're close in the Rolex Middle Sea, but the weather didn't pull your way.
Yeah, exactly. It was a typical Middle Sea race with a lot of park ups and new faces. So yeah, luckily we managed to win the class, but yeah, it was not the overall win.
It ended up being a bit of a big boat race, but I mean that's okay. Looking behind you, we can see your beautiful boat, and thank you so much for having me on board today.
No, great for coming with us. Yeah,
it's an absolutely beautiful boat. I mean, the detail is just meticulous. I mean, was that because of you or because of your team or a combined effort?
I think yeah, it's a combined effort, but you have to give credits to Justin, and we were lucky that the pandemic hit and there was a lot of free time in New Zealand, and Justin managed to to finish the boat in the way it is finished. Yeah. The boat is in good shape. The crew is good. We have been sailing together for a long time now, so now it's just the weather that needs to play a good hand, and then we have to see if we're able to win the class. That is always the top goal, and then you have to take it on from there.
Do you have any superstitions now?
No, I have to say, really, we do not have anything like that on board. No.
Come race day, is there something that is really important to you, or something that if you didn't have it with you, you'd turn around and come back for it?
Well, I think for this race, it certainly is like a warm jacket or some good foul weather gear. So that's the thing you need to bring.
Do you have any secret weapons this year? Is there anything you've changed since last year? Now you've done the race once.
Well, so we didn't change much to the boat. It's like you always optimize it. What we did is we have now Gordon McGuire sailing with us. He won it 3 times for Ichiban, I think overall 5 times. So yeah, we're happy to have him sailing with us this year. So hopefully he's helping us a lot there.
If there was a particular forecast that you could ask Santa for,
I would say it needs to be a mix of everything. So you need not just a downwind race as last year. So we need some upwind, some downwind, maybe some transitions, some reaching would be good. So yeah, a bit of everything would be fine.
Why do we put such an effort into this race that is the Rolex Sydney Hobart?
Yeah, it's like in general, I think if you ask yourself why you're into offshore sailing, that's quite interesting for people who are not used to it or not familiar with it. So yeah, I cannot explain it. It's just a bug, especially the Sydney Hobart race. It's just once has gotten you, then you're into it. Yeah.
Who do you think are your main competition, and do you have a shot at winning?
Well, no, we're too humble to say that we have a shot of winning. We give it our best try, as we do in every race, but as said, it's the weather you cannot control. But over here, you have great boats, great crews, as I would say, alive, all the other 52s on the dock. If the weather is playing it for the 100-footers, Comanches in the game. If the weather is for the small boats, you have the JPK boats. So yeah, in my opinion, there's no favorite yet.
Okay, again, it was not the video, and that I hope it played well for everybody. It looks good here. We can see, again, the audio going out, and that was consistently good. Thanks to Harkin for that, and Nick Douglas, who is the lady, the sailor girl, who's doing the voicing behind the scenes for these, and I think produced these. I believe she produced these for Harkin. So nice video. Thank you, Ed Worley. Let's carry on now to the second one. And the second one features Bing Bong's favorite boat, and that is Celestial. And they've been a bit of a controversial character in the past with rules issues. Let's tour the TP52 with skipper Sam Haynes before this upcoming race. Celestial was the winner of the Tattersall Cup. That's the overall trophy on IRC for the Sydney Hobart last year in 2023, and was runner-up following a protest the year before that. They also won the Brisbane to Gladstone race on line honors this year. They have a proven track record of winning and pushing their boat to the limit. And as Sam says, they really won't be happy if they don't succeed. So let's now have a look at their preview video produced by Harkin.
We are just in the middle of our training, 4 days of training. So we had a similar block last year. Yeah, we've just been trialling some new sails and similar crew as well. A couple of changes. Yeah, we've got Dean Curtis on board. So he's joined. Josh Probeski's come on. There's definitely a lot of sort of friendship between us all, which comes to light at this time of year. You know, it's been quite a journey to get to the overall last year. I think we sailed a brilliant race last year to be able to do that. Obviously, as you know, massive competition. 21, we were the fastest boat on IRC on corrected time before we were penalised. And that was a hard upwind race. The next year was a downwind race, and you could see the result there. It was obviously both races extremely close. So we know the versatility of the boat. Looking around the fleet, Cairo certainly could be, another boat very similar in size, 52-footer, similar rating. So, we'll be contesting with them the whole way. I guess would be, I'd be challenging foolish of me to say that, yeah, look, we're not expecting to get a good result. I think we are. We've done every single thing that you can do to get a good result. You know, sales, boat setup, crew. Epic crew is fantastic, the guys that I've got on board. So, you know, and the platform underneath us with this, you know, this boat. It's a pretty special boat, so I don't know. Hopefully we're going to feature. So there's no lack of competition this year, but last year the conditions, the 4 TP52s, all sort of, plus the others, you know, it really did make us into a team. Yeah, look, the deck hardware is probably the same as last year's, but we have done a few things to the boat, particularly the rig. You can probably see the runners are now no longer at the masthead, they're down about 800. But yeah, we've definitely been, you know, training with our quad setup, and the boat's set up for quadding. It's a type of hull that likes that. It suits the boat, and we think we get performance gain out of it. And yeah, we think it does give us a small gain.
Do you have any superstitions?
Superstitions on race day. Look, I'm always a, you know, banana guy. I find them quite distracting.
Any secret weapons this year? Secret
weapons. Well, I would say that, you know, the gain maybe with the rig for us is something that we probably didn't go and talk to the whole dock around before we did it. Dear Santa, what will the forecast be? Look, you know, reaching and running for us is you know, so we want to see northerly wind. Be good to have the A4 up and maybe a full main or one reefed main downwind, so we're looking at sort of 22 to 25 knots downwind with a reasonable sea state. Some of my top drivers like Jack McCartney and Josh Popresky and people like that can send the boat off the waves. That would be ideal for us. What
is one thing that you can't do the Hobart without? So when you wake up on Hobart Day and you're like, I can't do it without something.
I definitely can't do it without seasick tablets, so that's one thing. I can't do it without the support of the family, really. You know, that's one thing which you just need. And I've sort of been kind of that I might be getting towards, you know, having done enough of the race, and now I'm getting more and more sort of enthusiasm around me with the family to, you know, I come down to Hobart, I want to be there, and, you know, so that's one thing we can't do without for sure. Why do you do it? Look, it's a spirit of adventure. It's a great time of year to be doing a race like this because, you know, we get the focus on us. And as far as the race itself goes, it's a race which has always thrown up a wildly sort of interesting set of conditions. You know, there's always going to be several races within the race. It's not over until it's over, which make it an epic race. And so I think that's why we enjoy it so much.
Okay, 2 down.
That was good.
Huh? Good, good.
Right?
Especially since the audio didn't crap out. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah. We seem to have fixed our little problem there, at least temporarily. Now let's get to Andu Comanche, the VPLP Verdier Maxi 100-footer with skipper John winning, and one of his kids is interviewed in this video. One of the most well-known monohulls originally built to win the Rolex Sydney Hobart on line honors. It was her first race in 2014, and to break records, now known as Andu Comanche under her current team, she is still breaking records and is the current line honors holder for all major blue water point score races on the east coast of Oz. And let's see if she's able to do it again. Depends again on the wind, on the weather forecast, and the wind strength and direction. But here is the preview video for Andu Comanche.
For us, it's like, you know, have fun, do what you love. We love sailing, so why not, you know, spend your time doing it as best you can, and a family that also loves sailing, and so to be able to go sailing with my sister and my dad, it's just been an absolute pleasure, and this boat allows us to do that in style and race fast. So not comfortable style, but certainly for a sailor it's in style because you are going fast. Why keep it running by having a really good team? I'd say the best in the business, but I always think my team's the best in the business because I'm biased like that, and I've picked the people that have picked them, or I've picked them myself, especially December when we get pretty much our whole, what we call the Hobart team back together. And we just sat with the best bunch of guys and girls. Yeah, we're really, really happy, with the maintenance program on the boat and all the people putting it together. But obviously the equipment itself, we just don't spare any expense, and we get the best in the business, and the boat is what it is because it's built the best way with the best tools and the best equipment. And so, yeah, big shout out to Harkin for all of their stuff. I guarantee you we've always gone out there not looking to save money. You know, price is always what you pay, but value is what you get, and we look for the best value, and that is what's going to get us to the finish line in the fastest possible way.
Do you have any superstitions come race day?
No, I used to have superstitions when I was younger. You know, I used to think about the green rope on a boat and different things like that, but now, no, I don't have any superstitions. I think, you know, you can get rid of most superstitions with preparation, and, you know, for those that believe in them, you focus on them and they become a thing, and if you sort of learn to try and believe that they don't exist.
Come Boxing Day, what is one thing that you couldn't go to Hobart without?
A boat?
Good answer. If you could message Huey, the weather god, right now and say, this is the forecast that I need on Boxing Day, what would it be and why?
Lots of wind, up to sort of 40 knots. Yeah, even if it was a bit more than that, you know, we'd just reef it down and be all right. A nice reaching angle along the rum line, and flat water.
Need flat water.
Yeah, we found out from the Brisbane to Hamo race that, you know, we can go fast, but waves are slow, because we go faster than the waves, and it doesn't like pushing a big boat through big waves.
Why is it that you are crazy enough to spend your whole December effectively and Christmas?
Yeah, my whole December, it's really a team effort. I love it is the answer. I love the December part. The Hobart, you know, weirdly, as a skiff sailor, I don't love offshore racing because I'm used to getting on a boat and then getting off a boat and having a shower and doing the tactical stuff, and not being out at sea by yourself a lot of the time as a boat, you know, by yourself but with your crew, you know, in very uncomfortable sleeping conditions, very rough conditions, and most of the time not feeling like you're racing. It feels like you're sort of more watching a computer screen, and I can do that from home and just seeing where the little boats are on the map. But when it's close racing, there's nothing like it. It's absolutely amazing. When it's not close, you know, you're kind of waiting for the time to pass a lot of the time, and it's not that comfortable. You know, why not? I like to do things that others don't like to do a lot of the time, and, you know, I think ocean races are a rare breed in terms of the total population, so I guess I'm in the outlier category.
That our Harry Price.
That's our Harry Price. That is exactly right. And I was just going to say, we've got several FOSI on the boat, including Ian Murray and Harry Price. And when they start, before they start on Boxing Day, on their Tuesday, our Monday night, there is a VIP. A lot of people who have been invited to the VIP send-off, the docking out of the boat, then are being entertained by, among others, one hears, Ian Murray and Harry Price. They've been chosen to host the VIPs that are coming for that dock out party.
Nice.
That sounds like fun. And, you know, Harry Price, who Andy Rose always said you couldn't get 2 words out of him at the Governor's Cup. And we've had him on the show, and he's just fine. I think Andy needs to improve his technique. Okay, Ed Worley, if you are doing what you love, it is not work. Nice interview. Did he mention a sister? Yes, I think he did. And his family, of course, with that boat. And Bravo Zulu again to Harkoon and to Nick Douglas for producing those videos. As I said, there are several more, probably another 6 that are on the CYCA and probably the Harkin YouTube channel as well, but for sure on the CYCA YouTube channel. Now, we're going to get to the FOSI poll and ask you who you think is going to be first to finish. But certainly among the favorites first to finish this year is Law Connect. And they have dominated what is called the Solus Big Boat Challenge. There's 5 races that take place in and around Sydney leading up to the Hobart race. And the URM group, that's the boat in the mini Pocket Maxi or Mini Maxi group, and they also dominated as well. The Solus Big Boat Challenge, hosted by the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia, has become a popular spectator event over its 25 years. and seldom fails to deliver close and exciting racing. As the last major event before the Rolex Sydney Hobart on Boxing Day, it's a final test for crews, an opportunity to test setups, and a chance to claim bragging rights over rivals. So the 2023 victors in both, as I said, in the maxi class, the 80 to 100 footers, and the mini maxis, the 60 to 80 footers, have arguably been the form boats of the past few months, so says the press release from the Cruising Yacht Club of 3 weeks ago. So I think Christian Beck's team, he's the owner of Juan K's Maxi 100 Law Connect. He's placed second to Andu Comanche in many races in 2023 and has also been bridesmaid for line honors in the past 3 Rolex Sydney Hobarts. But under the guidance of Tony Mutter and Ty Oxley, the crew has gelled strongly and been sailing as a tight team. Today, which was back in early December, they completed the course without a blemish. So let's see what Channel 7, which is going to do the live coverage, let's see what they have to say about Law Connect's chances.
When the Sydney Hobart gets underway next week, Super Maxi Law Connect will be one to watch. Christian Beck's 100-footer is used to being a bridesmaid, but this year's crew is confident of claiming line honours.
17 crew, 30 metres long, racing 630 nautical miles to Hobart. This is Law Connect, and after crossing the line second in the last 3 years, there is no crew more hungry.
We're pushing the boat harder than ever before.
Experienced.
This is your 20th Sydney Hobart, am I right?
Yeah, 20th, 3 wins, and hopefully another win this year.
Or better prepared, having won the last major event before Boxing Day.
But steaming to victory is Law Connect.
We had the advantage right from the start.
A chance to claim bragging rights over rival Comanche, which is chasing back-to-back line honours.
The big race is very different because it's such a long ocean race.
But what they lack in titles, they make up for in experience, and plenty of it. Chris Nicholson has raced around the world 6 times.
Gives you a few grey hairs at times.
2 Olympics, and this will be his 7th sprint across the Tasman.
We just have to ensure we sail this boat from here to Hobart like we're sailing it around the harbour.
Also on board this year, 4 new recruits trading the office for the ocean.
Literally the second time I've been on a boat.
Well, it's an adventure of a lifetime, right? More of the food and beverage assistant.
And new state-of-the-art video streaming.
Now they get to see us sleeping, eating, sailing, the whole lot.
A Super Maxi battle to Hobart.
Comanche can always make mistakes, and if they do, we'll be there.
We're better than we ever have been.
Annie Puller, 7 News.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit like Big Brother, because you're going to watch the crew eat, sleep,
right,
sail their way to Hobart, and it should be fun. Let's hope that stream works. Let's hope the Tesla, as some people call it, but Elon Musk's Tesla / Starlink system works better than our audio did earlier today. So cool stuff. And now we ask you in the FOSI poll, that's code flag Foxtrot and code flag Papa for the FOSI poll. You saw in the show notes at the top of the show, who will be the first to finish? Will it be A, Andu Comanche again? Will it be B, Law Connect? Will it be C, David Witt's boat, SHK Scallywag? Or D, none of the above? A, Andu Comanche, B, Law Connect, C, Scallywag, D, none of the above. First to finish, not corrected. Comanche is A. James Bland thinks none of the above. I wonder why. Tell us why. Boomer? Jack Sainmeister's on now. He's saying A. Who said B? Somebody said B. Greg Phillips says B. He thinks Law Connect. Steve Gruber's saying A. I've got to go with my mates on Scallywag, Graham Sweeney is saying. Ted Ryman thinks Andu Comanche. And James Bland just saying it's contrarian. Peter Henderson says C. There's a contrarian. He thinks scallywag as well. He's agreeing. He's going at least. Maybe he has some mates on there as well, as Gordon Smith does. The music is like someone dragging their nails across a blackboard. Is it that bad? Oh, I like it. It's kind of ethereal. It's kind of, I was going to use the Jeopardy music and put up this slide, but the Jeopardy music, we'd get a copyright strike and we'd for sure get knocked off the air then.
Yep.
So that's the FOSI poll. It looks like most of you think it's going to be Comanche. Andu Comanche, and we shall see. And yes, the music is better than Baby Shark. The Baby Shark. Okay, that's our FOSI poll. Who do you think, Julia?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, truth be known.
Chat GPAI music. No, it's not. You know, I'm going to go with Law Connect. I've looked at the weather forecast. I've talked with Jody Shields. It's mostly pulling this out of my hat. But I think Law Connect's going to win this year.
They're overdue.
They're a bit overdue. I think they've had a good warm-up season, a lead-up to the race. So I'm going to go with B, Law Connect.
Okay.
You don't want to take a pick?
I may go with can do.
Andu Comanche.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just going with the easy one.
Well,
see, Chris Lewis is with me. Christopher Lewis, Law Connect, but I'm a bit biased as the navigator of LC100. He's the navigator of Law Connect 100. Okay.
They're due. No question about it.
Andrew Pindar says he thinks Drum will win. Okay.
Who's Drum?
Oh, Drum was a boat famously raced in many fastnets. I don't know if it did race in Sydney Hobart. Famous musician, and they lost their keel and flipped in a race.
Oh.
Anybody want to add to all of that? J. Frederick Bland, Maluka. First to finish? I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay, so much for our FOSI poll. I think we'll close that one. And just last note here to say that you can follow the race on all their socials, including and especially YouTube, the CYCA TV YouTube channel. Simon Levond. Drum did the Whitbread. They also did the Fastnet, Ted Ryman. Simon Levond. Okay. That's it for our preview, Julia. I love this race. We'll look forward to, hopefully, with no technical problems, on our Christmas night. Hope you can join us for that show, which will be at 17:30 our Christmas night. That's 1 o'clock. That's 12:30 Boxing Day. And Christopher Lewis, best wishes to you. I'm cheering for you at least. And without Waxy in the race, it's probably anybody's race. I mean, Waxy's had a bit of a struggle.
Yes.
Wild Oats of late. So we shall see. Okay, we're going to dip in for the a quick report on AC37 for the America's Cup. As I also said at the top of the show, the Italians have had quite...
Oh, they have another one.
They have another capsize. This in their LEQ-12 in Cagliari. And the headline on the AC37 website, all action, Italians sign off for Christmas in style. And they were out, to their credit, in a lot of breeze and a bit of bump. It's the pro-Christmas tale with a very happy fairy tale ending for LRPP, who signed off their 2023 sailing season in style with a blistering display of uprange heavy weather sailing on an angry-looking Bay of Angels, albeit with a relatively flat sea state and gusts upwards to, in fact, it was above 20 knots at time. I'm not going to play this entire video, but this is starts with their capsize and has some, this is one of these spy videos. But have a look, and I think you'll enjoy it.
We're here with Keko Bruni, helmsman Luna Rossa. Keko, looked like a productive day around the marks. The first part of the day, unfortunate capsize at the end, but could you break it down?
No, it's been a great day for many reasons. First of all, we are back from a long period of break, and the boat is functioning very well. We sailed today in 20 plus knots, and the boat was going really, really well. We had a few races around the course. Very happy with how we were maneuvering and the speed of the boat. So very, very productive day. And just at the end, we had a capsize when we were hooking the tow. As always, when we are going slow, it's probably the hardest moment. It always happens when most of the time happens when you're going slow. And but I mean, we managed to ride the boat. We had a few problems with the electronics not working, maybe because of water. So we couldn't move the mast, but then finally we raised the boat up, and was all good. No big problems.
Mm-hmm. And Keko, are you guys mounted on your rudder? Maybe
Yes.
shorter and span?
Yes, yes. New elevator.
Yeah, new elevator as well.
Yes,
How is that feeling?
Well, the rudder is going well. It's as always is a very hard balance between something that is good in flat water and something that can be good in waves. We still have to check everything with waves. We only sailed with flat water yesterday and today, so still have to decide what is better. Because, as you know, it's very different.
Yeah, and what's the plan for January? We will see the LQ12 in the water from January.
The LQ for sure is sailing until the 75 will be ready, so we will sail as long as we can, and then we have to balance the energies between putting the big boat in the water and sailing. So it's going to be a very interesting time.
In case the AC40 is coming back from Jeddah, will we see?
AC40 will be here as well. We'll be sailing. We don't know exactly the dates yet,
of course,
but we will try to sail also with the youth team and the women team. So there will be a lot of activities. Will be the hydro boat also, the power boat going in the water. So there will be a lot happening in the beginning of the year.
Okay, so what do you expect him to say? I mean, you all are being critical, saying that he said it was a productive day. Well, he's not going to come out and say, oh, it was crap. It was just a horrible day. And I'm really sorry that we flipped. And of course, this video is before they flipped. But just to give you an idea what it looked like without, to pot the audio down.
My reaction was sort of said by James Frederick Bland. 20 knots is just a warm-up for Fizz.
Yeah, for the fin. Well, and for most normal classes, you should be sailing to 30.
Yeah.
And maybe above, but at least to high 20s. Fabulous conditions, Gordon Smith is saying. Graham Sweeney agreeing. Yeah, I think, I don't, okay, Baton Rouge, it always goes well until it doesn't.
Yes, indeed.
Right?
Yeah.
So they've had some trouble, and let's get off that and go now to what are the key dates as we're looking forward to next year. It's a presidential election year here in the U.S., and it is an America's Cup year as well, sadly, in Barcelona, not in Auckland. Steve Gruber saying, I think his point, that is Francesco Bruni's point, I think his point was that they accomplished what they wanted for the day and then flipped picking up the tow. Yeah, fair enough. That boat always, Stingray says, always looked much faster than the Ineos. Oh, the Ineos team's got a lot of problems. Okay, here's this schedule, and I'll put it up on Cam 4, but this is Villanova, which is done, Jeddah, which is done, and then the teams have to be in Barcelona in August, latest, August of 2024. The official opening is August 22nd. Then the Youth America's Cup starts in September the 19th through the 2nd of October. And the LVC, the Challenger Selection Series, starts in late August and runs through at least through October 7th, so the whole month of September and then some. In the meantime, overlapping at the end of the LVC, the Challenger Selection Series, is the Women's America's Cup. First the youth, then the women's, and only a day separating those two events. So there's going to be a two-ring circus anyway going on. And then finally, the Louis Vuitton 37th America's Cup starts on October 12th. And it runs 3 weekends, the 12th, the 19th, and the 27th. There's not much racing except spare day racing between the weekends. The bulk of the racing is on weekends. Stingray will be there for sure. Whether or not I go, I haven't really quite decided yet, but probably not, but we'll see. One never knows. And that, Julia, is the schedule for the 37th edition of the oldest trophy in international sports.
Yay. I'm glad to have that. That makes a lot of sense. I need a copy of that.
I thought everybody would. I'll put that up on my Facebook page and the SI Facebook page so that everybody has it. Yeah, the text is a little blurred over here on that television screen. That's why I went back to this. Again, the 12th of October, running through the 27th, unless they lose a whole lot of racing. Then they have other spare dates built in because you gotta get the series done, right?
Yeah.
You gotta get the series done. Okay, that gets us, thankfully, to the last leg without any other technical problems. It was a software conflict. I'm pretty sure I fixed it, but I'm not. I got to go back and do a big long test because I'm surprised having it. Just so you all know, I sit here all week between shows and I have this software up and I'm running and I'm doing a recording. I'm in effect running a virtual test the whole time, audio, video, changing stuff, so that if there's any problem, I see it when I'm sitting here, and I run it all morning.
Right.
And then before we go live at 1300 Pacific, I reboot the computer and start everything up again, double check it. We have a half an hour, as you know. You're down here and we're testing everything, the mics. We had a problem today. I apologize again. That's the last time I'll apologize in this show.
Thank you.
As we are now to, thanks, sorry. To the, sorry for the apology, as we're now to the last leg. The video is pausing. Don't tell me the video is pausing. I'm watching live video. It seems to be working here. Argentinian steak, yeah, it would be good. Okay, John Hanfield, I hope you're having fun at the candy store if you're still there. Last leg, I thought we just, Julia, put some Christmas cards up from our FOSI and others who have sent us cards. This is the Callahan family. Much appreciated. John Callahan and his wife and kids. Terrific family. Happy Christmas, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to Paula, Lisa, Justin, and Mitchell. And shall we also thank Emirates GBR for this nice card. Got that through this morning. That card came through on the email. Emirates GBR, yep. And this may be my favorite one. This also from the Gillinghams. This is the Ashlet Sailing Club in the Solent. And this is their modest clubhouse. It's a cool club. I went on their website this morning to get their burgee there in the upper right corner. And they sent that card, the picture of their clubhouse out with a nice Christmas tree on the deck and a few other accoutrements.
Yeah, nice.
Cool stuff. So that's nice. Also, I got a card this morning in the email from Ron Holland.
Oh, good.
Another FOSI who's been on this show, a couple times, and his new senior team member, Laura, I guess it's Fugi. And Laura is a naval architect, a designer, a software person. And we're going to get Ron and Laura on the show. He's going to come on and introduce her.
Oh, good.
To the world. I mean, she's been working for him now up in Vancouver for some time. Ron, of course, from New Zealand originally and has been in Canada. Oh, Canada for quite some time. And he sent that card around this morning. And we'll get the two of them on the show sometime in the new year. Julie, I sent this one to you when it came in yesterday from His Majesty King Juan Carlos, who's been a good friend. Never had him on the show, but been a good friend for years. Thanks to Gerardo Seeliger, who introduced us, and we have been pen pals ever since and get together when we can. And thank you, Your Majesty, for that kind card. And of course, he continues to sail, what, 6 meters dragons? I think he sails 6 meters this year in somewhere, the 6 meter worlds.
Yeah,
I think and
in,
he was
in the Med.
Was it the Med or up in Great Britain somewhere? And I think he won the classic division.
I didn't know that. Yeah,
we ran that on the show. I didn't have time to go back and look. Yeah. Now this is. Can you see this? This is from LRPP, and in the it came in the email, and it wasn't just a solid card like that. It was, I guess, a GIF or a GIF, depending upon how you like to pronounce that, and it changed very rapidly, and it kind of, I didn't want to give anybody a seizure.
Yeah.
The card changed rapidly, and that's season greetings from Luna Rosa Pradaprelli. Strange, I did not get a card, Julie Ahrens. I did not get a card from Grant Dalton.
Oh, I know.
I must not be, or we must not be on his Christmas card list, Julie.
I'm so sorry.
Are you hurt?
I am.
I am too. Not really. Finally, who's this card from?
Graham.
It can only be from Ted Ryman down in the Republic of South Africa. He sent that along, and I love the card. Thank you, Ted Ryman. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a priceless picture.
Happy holidays to you down, all of you in the Southern Hemisphere and in the Northern Hemisphere. Andrew Pindar, who's watching now on YouTube. Happy Christmas all. Apparently, I should be wrapping presents. Indeed, we probably all should be, with a few funnies here left in this last little Whiskey Tango Foxtrot section. And I'm running this again just because I liked Rick Bannerow's photo, and all of you like this. And several of you, I was surprised how many of you had not seen that before, but many of you did not. And anybody that's got a Windex, we should put one on top of our tree. I think that is a grand idea. Thank you, Rick Bannerow, for sending that photo along. George Carmody, I used in Tuesday's show, this America 2 from the 87 America's Cup. That was the New York Yacht Club Challenger. And Julia, we should be doing a bulb like that next year with our Sailing Illustrated logo for the FOSI.
Good idea.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Thank you, George Carmody, for sending that along. And I got a Christmas card from George as well, that a former trustee of the New York Yacht Club, longtime friend, and just good all-around guy, and a hell of a good sailor, by the way. And that, you know who that's from? Apropos that Windex and the other tree toppers. That is from Graham Sweeney.
Oh, good.
I don't think he knows I got that, but I pulled that off his Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
That is really cool, Graham. That is really
self-portrait.
Cool. Julie Aaron's saying, she's a friend of Grant's, and I didn't get a card. I don't send cards to anybody. Bah humbug, grumble. Julie Aaron's, I love Julie Aaron's.
Mm-hmm.
And she is one of the FOSIs that I actually talked to, one of the several FOSIs I talked to between shows. She's always got some insight. Thank you, Graham Sweeney. Terrific card. And then finally, just a bit of a funny, those of you who know the Salvation Army and their Christmas time collections, they seem to be on every street corner, at least in every mall. And Cal had second thoughts about joining the Salvation Navy.
Why didn't I think about that? Why didn't I think about that?
He didn't raise so much money out there in the Salvation Navy. I thought that was pretty clever. Thank you, Ed Worley. And finally, one other Whiskey Tango Foxtrot from Peter Stevenson, a.k.a. Pedro Foiling Sailor. The kangaroo is saying, I think your child is dead.
That's an oldie.
It's an oldie, but a goodie.
Yeah.
And thank you for that, Peter Stevenson. And with that, he sent a note saying, please wish all the FOSI and everybody watching Christmas greetings for all. Gordon Smith liked that.
Mm-hmm.
I think your child is dead. Okay, that gets us well and truly to the finish line. Thank you all. Julia, your witness.
Yes. Please like, follow, and share. And some computers always say subscribe. And I just reassure you that subscribing is free.
Yeah, that's YouTube. You subscribe, meaning you click on the bell and then you're getting notifications. It's not that you're paying money.
Right.
Thank you for that. Comments are welcome too, even in replay. We leave those open, so if you're watching in replay, I'll go back, take the part 1 and part 2, act 1 and act 2, take 1 and take 2 of today's show, and I'll splice them together and put them up on YouTube and Facebook in due course. Thank you. We need more support, Julia. That's why we got this software problem. I think we're not getting enough support.
The people on the
Patreon.
All the assistants in the back room, all 45 of them have.
Yeah, well, knock on the control room door there and tell them we need a better technical job. Thank you, Julie Ahrens and Joe Holtzman and everybody else for your support, and all the others who do support us. Patreon.com/join/Sailing Illustrated, and for the people who give us audio, video when the audio is working, and of course, images for today's show. It was a long list, Julia.
Yes, indeed.
Final thoughts?
No, I think we're probably ready for a burst of good news with a happy holiday.
Yeah, I think we'll relax, but not until Tuesday. We're going to carry on here and do our shows. As we told you at the top of the show, we're through today's show, thank goodness. Today's Friday show. Then we will do our special show, our Monday night, your Tuesday down under, 17:30 Pacific, the watch party for the Rolex Sydney Hobart yacht race. We'll gas bag for 30 minutes and go to the live TV, and then the race, the 5-minute warning, and they start at the top of the hour, 1300 their time on Tuesday the 26th. And then our Tuesday night, Tuesday the 26th, Tuesday afternoon actually, we will do our regular show at 1300 Pacific. Check in with the race, hopefully with the live stream off Law Connect and whatever else you all want to say about what's been going on. Maybe Clark Chapin will have some rules interpretations for us if there's any action in the harbor before they get out of Sydney Harbor.
Somebody asked if that were going to be in Zoom format.
No, we'll stream it live.
Yeah.
We'll take it right off YouTube, and we will stream it live on our normal channels. And I wonder, I thought this morning, actually when I was in the shower, I was thinking about some of the FOSI in the shower today. Not really. Yes. I was wondering if we should do a Zoom call-in at the same time that we're watching the live TV, so if people want to comment. We did that during the America's Cup.
We did it once.
And I don't think we've done it during Sydney Hobart, but I'm thinking about doing that. I'll think about it some more. I got to check our technical and see what's going on with our audio and be sure we are rock solid before we get to that event on our Christmas night, Monday night. And then, of course, no shows the 29th and the 2nd. Going to take the long weekend of the New Year weekend off, and then we'll be back with our regular show Friday, the 5th of January. Show 674 at 1300 Pacific. I'm not doing a Zoom meeting with you in the shower. He says.
How do you know?
Greg Newman, thank you, Father Newman, from It's Okay. I'm sorry I didn't make the Christmas party Friday night, but I understand it was terrific. And we'll see you all on our Monday night, your Tuesday Down Under. And in the meantime, we hope you have a great rest of your weekend, those of you who've already started it. And we'll see you on Monday. Sail fast, sail safe, have fun. And of course, ciao for now. And Merry Christmas.
Oh, yes.
To everybody.
Absolutely. What I'd like...
What? Oh, you want to say something? Go ahead.
I'd like to have your schedule for
I'll get that.
And put so we can take a screen grab.
I'll get that to you. I promise.
All right.
Okay, ciao for now. Bye, everybody.
Bye.